What's up everyone, Jeremy here, RC Nightmare. Today we're going to be going over our final review of the Turnigy 1/10 scale 4x4 brushless super budget premium from Hobby King. So I've changed the reviews a little bit now, so we're going to kind of go through a little bit of the specs here in the first part, and then in the second part I'm going to give it a final grade, which I've changed the way I grade, which you'll notice, and I'll go through that there. Some of the features of this truck obviously is that it's incredibly affordable at sub $200 for a 4x4 brushless. It's got adjustable camber, caster and shock mounting positions, obviously full-time four-wheel drive. They claim it's a low center of gravity chassis, which I suppose it sort of is, but it's not really, it's not quite as LCG as you might expect. Then you've got the 45 amp ESC front, rear, and side bumpers, Nerf bars, and obviously the wonderful painted shell as you see here as I attempt to race a vehicle up the road at my folks' place. I thought overall the truck was actually pretty quick. I really only ran it on 2S. I mean, the 45 amp ESC, I suppose you could maybe push 3S with this thing. But I just didn't think, I don't know, I was kind of leery being Hobby King stuff, not to kind of prejudge it, but it was a 35 or 3100 kV motor. It's all right. I'd like to see maybe 3500. 3100 is actually, I guess, not too bad, but we'll go on to my final review here now, and through the magic of editing, head down to the studio.
Alright everyone, so now that I've gone through all the various specs on this beast, I've got 7 new categories. I want to rate each of these ready to runs, or you might want to call them a kit. Can you lay down, puppy? Lay down. Lay down. Alright everyone, now that I've gone through the specs and you saw a little bit of how it ran, I've got 7 new categories that I rank each of these kits on. And they go on a scale of 1 to 5, and basically their final scores are going to be, would recommend, solid kit, needs improvement, or stay away. Unfortunately, many of the Turnigy kits that I purchased are going to be in the last 2 categories. However, this Turnigy, basically the Slash knockoff as it is, did all right. In terms of durability, I think it was fine. If I had to give it a number, I would probably give it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was fine for being brushless. This was almost ready to run, so I have one of my Spectrum receivers in here, which I will of course take out before I sell it. But, it's no Slash, but, even the Slash isn't bulletproof. I think A-arms and things like that are going to be a problem. Bumpers are going to be a problem. But 3 out of 5 is not a bad score. Electronics, it's tough because I wanted to address kind of a for the money category. And so electronics tend to be on a sliding scale. And so with this one, in order to cover that, I actually added 2 categories, both value and upgradability. So I think for electronics, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3 again. It's brushless, it's 4-wheel drive, it doesn't come with a receiver, but that's neither here nor there. The steering servo is weak, but they all are in ready to run. So I think it's just fine. It's a 3 out of 5. Overall value, now this is where this kit really shines. So at its price point, getting a 4-wheel drive brushless, almost ready to run for under 200 bucks, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Very rarely am I going to give out 5 out of 5s. I'm going to try to be a little more rough on kits because, in the past some have maybe said I'm a little too optimistic. But Yeah, could the shocks be better? Sure. Could this be better? That be better? Sure. But at the end of the day, you're getting basically a ready to run 4-wheel drive brushless short course truck for under 200 bucks. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a 5. So you've got 3, 3, and 5, and then you've got a fun factor. You know, for me, it's no slash. I think ultimately, if I'm driving a 4-wheel drive short course truck, it's going to be a slash. It's going to be a low C SCTE. Might even be, well, I guess those are really my 2 top kits. But it wasn't like brushed to where it was so slow that it wasn't fun. So I think I'll give it a 4. Overall, it was fine for what it was. You know, could the tires been better? Sure. Could this have been better? Sure. It is what it is. Then going on to part support. And I'm going to give a part support a 2. You could give it a 1, but with the US-based warehouse with, who is it? Hobby King. It's a little bit better, but I find the site extremely difficult to navigate. You have to like get to the exact part number. It's very difficult to track it, track down the part you need, and then ordering it, you could be waiting weeks. Even though they're cheap, you wait a really long time. Obviously, you're not going to have any parts in local hobby stores. So a 2 is what it was. I think best case scenario for anything basically from Hobby King, you're looking at a 3. So this gets a 2 because most of the stuff was out of stock or extremely difficult to find. Then again, uniqueness, I'm going to give it a 2 again. There's nothing to it. It's just a cheap 4-wheel drive short course truck. Most kits are going to be in the 2 to 4 range here. It's just, nothing really uniquely engineered here. It's basically, they took a slash 4x4 layout and made it cheap as hell. So, I mean, it is what it is. Upgradability, again, I'm going to give this, I'm going to give it a 3. It's neither here nor there. I've seen plenty of people upgrade it with better brushless systems. And yes, you can retrofit certain like slash parts or other short course truck parts on here. So, overall it's okay. You could probably drill your own holes and get a little better stuff on it. The tires and such are, somewhat standard in terms of upgrading it, or you could get adapters. So with a 3 for upgrade, quick adding it up, I should have been writing it down, but we've got what, a 2, 4, no, we gave it a 3 for durability, a 3 for electronics, that's 6. Value is a 5, so that takes it all the way to 11. Fun factor, I'm going to give it, again, final score of 2, that's 13. Part support is a 2, that's 15. Uniqueness, 2, that's 17. And upgradability, we'll go to 3. Giving this kit a final score of 20 out of 35, which puts it in the stay away category, just barely. 22 is a score of needs improvement. Could your score vary one way or another? Sure. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't say it's the worst kit. The extreme value, I almost give it like a 6 out of 5 for value because you just don't get anything like this for this price. But, if you can wait, if you can save a little bit more money, and you're in the US, okay, so if you're in Europe or other markets where you can't just walk into a hobby store, obviously it's a different score for you, right? Because for me, I live 2 minutes away from a hobby town, 5 minutes away from another hobby town. I have great sites like, A-Main or Tower Hobbies website where I can get stuff delivered to my house for free. So I understand that puts me in a somewhat unique scenario. I just still think, at the end of the day, the low quality part support, the frustration that's going to cause is going to make you feel like, "Ooh, I wish I would have just," even if you got some local, like a Helion or Arma product or something like that where you can, actually have US distribution, you might be better. So my final kind of takeaway is, I would probably stay away from this, but it's right on the borderline. I think if your budget is extremely limited and you can enjoy it for what it is and then maybe upgrade it over time, it's probably an okay kit. Nothing sticks out as being great on it, but nothing really sticks out as being terrible on it. Its best features, that's features versus price. I don't know. What do you guys think? How many of you, if you have this Turnigy 1/10 scale 4x4, it's kind of slash knockoff. They make another thing that's very close to it called the Trooper, I believe. Post it in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel and you just happen to find this video, make sure that you crush that subscribe button as well, so you can be updated with all their new reviews, unboxings, and running videos. As you can see behind me, I have a lot of new kits ready to go, so I'm banging out these reviews all in one night. So hopefully that helps you out. And if you enjoyed the video, or even if you just like my beard, take a second just to crush that thumbs up button right below the video. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
What's up, everyone? I really hope you enjoyed the video. Take a moment to check out some of our most popular playlists, from RC reviews, RC tutorials, some of the most popular RC unboxing videos, and of course some of the most kick-ass running videos you'll find anywhere on YouTube. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to crush that subscribe button you'll find right here, and we'll see you again real soon.